Hey guys, welcome again. In the previous video, we learned about how to set up a simple background or a gradient background with Tailwind CSS. In this video, I'm going to show you how to use background images and position them correctly with Tailwind CSS version 3. Let's begin. First, I'll check my watcher whether it's running or not. So coming to Visual Studio Code and checking the watcher, so it's running. And let me create another div and comment down the previous one. Let's save it, see it on the coming to browser, everything is fine. I'll create another div. Okay, give it a width and height. Whether we give the background color or background image, it will not show it on browser till we mention the correct dimensions. So I'll give it a height of about let's say 80. If it is having the Tailwind about 80 or like 90, let me just say 96, and weight of about 80, like say weight of 80 we have, which is about 320 px. And for instance, let me give it a background color of green of 500 to test it whether working or not. Yeah, we have this one here. So instead of this green color, let's bring an image. Tailwind CSS is not having any kind of property or utility class to add image, so we have to use the original CSS property, whether that in our external CSS file or inline. We have to specify it by ourselves. Like we can use the style attribute to just give it a background image, or we can use the external CSS to create a background image. So bringing let me bring an image online. We can use like Pixabay. Okay, so let me search for a good nature. We can use this one. Let's copy the link, copy image address and paste it inside our URL. So as you can see, I've used the CSS styling to bring the image, and now let's see whether we have the this instead of that green color, we have the image in the background, and this is from an online source. So now how to position it? The very first class that we can have it, that we know the image is a bit stretched and it is not, all the image is not showing inside our container. So we can resize our container, or just use the CSS correct CSS properties. For example, if I use bg content, it will bring all the image inside our container. So all the image is showing now in our container because the image height is less than in our container, so it is repeating it in y-axis. So we can say that don't repeat that, bg no repeat. So it should now, this is another class of Tailwind CSS, and it will avoid repeating the background image. And another thing that we can use instead of this one, so we can say that bg cover, which will just make it as it was in the first. This is like bg. And we might have somehow positioning as well. We can search it here on the Tailwind documentation, background position, bg bottom, bg center, and it's like almost about 9 classes. So we can see their manifestation here: bg top left, bg top, bg right top. I think it is 9 manifestation here. So here, according to our image, this area is showing inside our, by giving this bg cover. So the picture is covering our container. We need to see or to bring the center part of the picture inside our container. So we can give the use the positioning of Tailwind CSS and say bg center. let's say BG center. Let's save it and come to the, now we can see that the this is the almost the center part. And if you want the right portion of the picture, so we can again use the BG right. Instead of PG center, PG right. Let's save it and yeah, you can see now that the position is about BG right. So this was all about the positioning and bringing images to our document using Tailwind CSS. We have different properties and utility classes. In the next video, we will learn about paddings and margins. If you like my videos, my content, so please like, subscribe and share. Thank you very much.